Hi guys, I'm Mike and this is Simon.
And over the past 30 years, we've built and sold over £100 million worth of property combined.
And welcome to the Property Developer Masterclass. Oh wow. Yeah, it's getting cold now though. So.
Morning guys, we're in Camberley in Surrey today at one of Mike's projects. We're going to have a tour, Mike's going to show us around, and we're going to talk about the entire journey as to how Mike got where we are today.
Yeah, so this is an auction property, bought it about 2 years ago. We'll put some footage in to show how it kind of looked. It was quite a derelict state. What we've done is, if you can see where that downpipe is, effectively we've done a 2-storey side extension, single-storey rear extension, and a 2-storey extension to the rear, completely renovated inside and out, so it looks like a brand new property. Come along, give it a tour.
So I think this house looks absolutely fantastic, but I want to know why Mike's done exactly what he's done here. So let's go and have a look.
Yeah, let's go for it. Effectively, where the house started, the back wall was about here. So what we've done is extend all the way out, single story where we're standing at the moment, 2-storey on the side here. But the main thing that people need to consider when renovating or a new build is often the kitchen, like I say, is the heart of the home. So one of the things we wanted to focus on in here is a nice sized kitchen, large island, large enough space. Effectively, we see this as a dining area. Then you've got a separate snug area in there. But we want to go make sure, visually, that's why we've gone for quite a loud, if you want to call it, worktop stone surface. So it's just a quartz, so it's hard wearing, same storage. You've got your fridge freezer there, double ovens. So effectively this works for any size, or what you would say, any size family. Because what we didn't want to do is, you design it, make it too personal. If you wanted a dark kitchen, it's relatively neutral. Therefore, when we're coming to sell it, we're not limiting ourselves to who we actually sell it to. Big enough open space, you could probably get 5 bar seats here. So again, it works for a family of this size. It's a 4-bedroom house. So therefore, we want to make sure that it can accommodate that size.
Okay, so if we're talking about values and value engineering, right? Where you've selected certain materials and finishes, you've made sure that you've not overspent to make sure you maximise your price at the end.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to really, is the profit at the end of the day. So yeah, exactly that. We put this on the market at 1.2 million. So we wanted to make sure, okay, what we bought it at auction for, we knew our budget we wanted to spend to make sure we stayed within that. So yeah, we've not gone over specified. So again, nice quartz worktop, but we've gone for Carnadine floor. We do have underfloor heating throughout. We retrofitted all of that. We haven't put wallpapers or wall coverings on the wall. It's effectively a Dulux paint. The same with the kitchen. The supplier we use this, we could have gone for a nice bespoke kitchen, but you're not going to get your return on investment.
Well, let's have a look around, because I've seen some other rooms that look fantastic, and I'd like to understand your thought process and how you reached the final design.
Sure. So like I say, kitchen here, living area, and then we've got just effectively is a breakout room. The reason we design these is, if I was buying this house, this to me would be a little snug or a cinema room. Yeah. If it's a family buying the house, this is the kids' play area, or you just have a little breakout room. This side, we've got a good sized utility room, similar kitchen units, and just access straight out onto your patio, and wrap around, so you've got your bin storage there. So it's all kind of thought through. If you're taking out the rubbish, you don't want to have to walk the other side of the house, straight out in there, straight out the side through the carport.
But I can see that you haven't put the same worktop in. Yeah. So that's a Howden's worktop, right?
That's a Howden's worktop.
Right.
Again, spend the money where it's visual. Yeah. Budget didn't dictate, you're not going to get return if I also put stone worktops in here. Yeah. Howden's worktops for the utility, that is kept private. This is the working room, really.
So it's the same units, but a cheaper worktop.
Exactly that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the area. Then externally, we've got quite a large back garden. It's screened on all sides. Mandarin stone wraparound patio. So again, high level of finish. We've just seeded it. There's no point in turfing, because effectively they might want to do some more landscaping themselves. We do have some, what we call spike lights. So in the evening, when the lights are off, you've actually got lights coming up in front of each of the trees, just to give it more of a visual appeal. Sure. And then we've got the large skylight above as well, just to give that natural light into the room.
So with the garden, you didn't spend any money at all?
So we've leveled it seeded it, and effectively scraped around the sides. So you've got a good sized garden to use.
But I can see that you haven't gone all the way down the road of fully landscaping a garden, which I do, and which we do on our luxury properties.
Yeah.
But on a property of this value, you've decided not to spend the money on the garden, just to tidy it up and make it presentable.
You wouldn't get a return on spending an extra 15,000 landscaping a garden. To our taste, which may not be someone in the oncoming buyer's taste, it made more sense to make sure it's usable and nice to the eye, but without spending too much money.
Okay, but the house is sold, so it obviously worked, and the buyers did not expect you to spend a fortune landscaping a garden.
Didn't need to. And then through here, so this is the downstairs cloakroom. It's the one room that I always think you need to make, or you can make a little bit special.
Wow.
So if you have a look, it's dark, you've got effectively niche lighting underneath here. So effectively it's on a PIR. So rather than having the spotlights, which would be quite heavy, as soon as there's movement, the lighting comes on, lighting around the mirror, underneath here as well. And then you've got a little niche here where you've got your soft lighting. But it's the one room, like I say, you can make it dark a little bit.
It looks absolutely fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. Did you design these yourselves, or did you use an interior designer for this?
All designed myself. So then just to your left in here, we've got a study. So again, most people, or a lot of people, work from home nowadays. So it was important to us to have something where they could use as a study. But again, if not, if it's a family, again, it could be a kids' room, playroom, it just gives you a bit more of a use, whatever they need it for.
I've noticed that you've not put pendant lights or chandeliers anywhere. You've stuck to standard spotlights throughout.
So we've got some provisional lighting in, and it's still hidden. So if they want to put more pendants or chandeliers, it's up to them, but we've got the feed there. We future-proofed it so that if they did want to add anything, they can. Right. So we've allowed that.
But you saved money by not spending the money yourself on pendants.
Because there's no point in making it too personal when someone might not want that.
This is a great room.
It's a good size.
Fantastic.
So effectively, the original house stopped here.
Yeah.
And then it was a single skin garage. So we knocked the garage down. We've got a large steel sitting across here, which is a 2-story extension. Yeah. Just gives you a much larger space. So this is what we call, effectively the family room, more of the formal one. We've got soft lighting either side. So again, if you don't want the main downlights on, you've got your mood lighting, your niche lighting in here. TV feature wall. Again, so I think we've allowed for a 70-inch TV in here. And again, it's just stud work. That's it. But it just, again, makes it a bit more visual. So you walk into the room, you've got something to look at rather than just a flat wall with a plug socket on.
Let's go and have a look upstairs.
Let's go for it. So again, we'll put some of the footage in of what the house looked like, but even the stairs were the other way round. So once you walked into the house, the first thing you actually saw was the back of the stairs. So we've effectively ripped everything, gutted it all out, turned it around with a new staircase, and again, carpeted throughout. So all the tiling inside the house is porcelanosa. We've got, again, niche lighting, hidden cisterns, your vanity unit as well. So decent sized double bedroom. And then you've got, again, an ensuite through here. So this is what we say is bedroom 4. So again, smaller sized bedroom, but accommodates for if you have children or storage. Bedroom 3, pretty much a mirror of that room. And then this is the master bedroom. Yeah, so again, we've just allowed simple provisions, your bedside sockets. So if you think a double bed's going to go in there, bedside tables, you've got that all future-proof. TV sockets on the wall, again, sockets there. So it's all in keeping, but a good enough size for them. We then have what would be the walk-in wardrobe. So in here as well, again, all porcelanosa tiling, all of the cisterns, and again, you've got your shelf, sink unit. So it's spending the money on those items that are probably going to get used a lot more than some of the other bits which probably wouldn't get return on investment.
Yeah, I agree. I think you've got some amazing wow factors in here. You've got that amazing kitchen, that downstairs WC, and this fantastic ensuite. And I always find that when you sell a house, and I've been selling houses that I've been building for over 20 years now, buyers go to 2 rooms first. They walk straight through the front door, they go straight to that kitchen living area, and they come upstairs and they come straight into the master bedroom. They're the 2 rooms that sell a property. All of the other bedrooms almost pale into insignificance. last remaining undeveloped plot on this road, really close to the high street, and we could see either side of us that there was front and rear development all the way down the road. And I knew that we'd be successful to get a block at the front and a block to the rear. So I designed 25 apartments, a blend of 1s, 2s, and only a couple of 3 beds.
Yeah.
Because as you know, you don't want many 3 beds because they're hard to sell.
Yeah, but this is in Elmbridge.
This is Elmbridge.
Yeah, so they've got their policy dictates they need 1 and 2 and 3 bed.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's a good point. So I started from the outset making sure it was a policy compliant design. So I knew I'd tick that box. Put in planning for 25.
Is that 12 and 30, 12 and 1, 13?
Correct, it's exactly right. Yeah. 12 at the front, 13 at the rear. The ones at the front have got race course views. We'll go there later and have a look at it. It's really, really fantastic.
I do know, so the race course is this side, is that right?
Correct, so the race course sits here.
Right, yeah.
So this is the main road.
Yeah.
This is Moor Lane, Esher. This was a fantastic deal. You can see outlined in red the original house, and you can see neighbouring properties, one at the front, one at the rear, one at the front, one at the rear. Okay? And when I got my option, there was just the detached house at the front. So I knew that there's no reason that I wasn't going to get one there and one there.
That's a safe bet.
However, you can see that mine are a lot bigger, right? So in terms of mass and bulk, it's significantly bigger. However, we made sure that the sight lines, can you see the sight lines there?
So 45-degree line.
45-degree line. And so they step in at the rear, and there's no overlooking at the front.
So effectively, they're right to light. So I don't know which way they
all face this way.
Which way the sun's coming, but effectively, so any neighbouring properties.
North, east, south, west.
Yeah. So there's not going to be any issues of right to light, is there? Which is it, rather than having the long flanks, having it stepped. So we're now over in Esher at one of Simon's plots. So this was an option agreement that you had. Yep. You took through plan and then traded it on?
That's right. So I got this opportunity off market through a land agent that I know very well, that I've done business with before. And I designed it right from the very outset with my own architects, engineers, town planners, and viability consultants. We started from absolute scratch with a piece of paper, and I designed 25 apartments, 13 in one building, 12 in the other, and I'm super excited about this because I've never actually been back since I sold it to Octagon Developments, and it's a really, really exciting experience.
How many years ago was that?
I sold it to Octagon 2 years ago.
Okay. And how long through the planning process from when you first got an option on the site?
It took me 12 months in total.
That's not bad.
So from doing the deal on the land to trading the option onto Octagon, it took me 12 months.
And straight through planning?
Straight through planning.
So these are the plans that you showed me earlier when we were having a coffee.
That's right.
So you were kind of showing in terms of the design, the ridge height is quite in keeping with the other houses.
Yeah.
Just so I suppose to make sure it goes through planning easy enough.
That's right, yeah.
I suppose the location of the plots is all in the build line as well.
Correct.
So you've not been back here since you sold it?
No, I haven't.
So these, from what we understand, are pretty much all finished now.
Yeah.
And there's a show apartment.
Yeah.
Should we have a look at that?
Yeah, let's go. I'm absolutely buzzed to be in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is a 2-bed.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess that could be, no, that's going to be your master.
Yeah, both double beds.
Both doubles, but that's got the Juliet balcony.
Bathroom in here?
Yeah, that's going to be the bathroom. Oh, brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Done a good job with the interior design in here.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It's a really nice space. So we've got 2 Juliet balconies in the design. each flat. Big kitchen space, nice, isn't it?
Dual aspect, so you've got light coming in from both sides.
Yeah.
So you did the layout for pretty much every flat, didn't you, from the design side?
Yeah.
With your architect originally.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the plans. I designed absolutely everything in here
Okay.
from scratch. So we've, as I said, we've only got 1s and 2 beds. We pretty much mirrored. So it's completely symmetrical. So it was a really straightforward design.
So we're in this apartment, are we?
That apartment there, and we're standing here. And everything you can see is obviously their design.
Yeah.
In terms of finishes.
Finishing, right.
So I was involved from the outset with regards to elevations,
Yeah.
floor layouts, internal hallways, corridors, staircases, but I had no involvement whatsoever in, you know, in their kitchens, their flooring, their paint colours. Yeah. I didn't get involved in lighting, electrical or mechanical.
So question for you, anything you would have done different now being it?
What would I have done?
Or when you were designing it originally, compared to how you now picture it, is it how you pictured it in your mind when you did the design work originally? Is it slightly different?
It's exactly as I expected it to be by way of internal layout.
Yeah.
If I'm completely candid, I don't love the style of the elevations.
Okay.
But that's the way I went, simply because I knew it was going to be in keeping and I'd get an easy ride through the planning process. I didn't want to do something too fancy, a bit too extravagant, because it might have made it harder with the local residents and the planning authority.
What about interior? Would you have done it like the same colours, kitchen?
Yeah,
Would you have done it a little bit different?
I think these guys have done a great job.
Yeah, it does look really nice.
I think these guys have done
really
a great
nice
job. And it's light, it's bright, it's contemporary. They, you know, I can see that they haven't gone wild with the specification. You know, they've put UPVC windows and doors in.
That's nice.
That is nice, yeah. They've not spent a fortune on natural wood flooring.
No, this is Cardine again, isn't it?
Again.
Yeah, with the underfloor heating.
Skirting, architrave is all
Just one
pretty standard stuff.
Single
the
pencil
doors
pleat.
aren't particularly extravagant, so they've done it they've built it, to a developer's spec.
So what, I'm guessing, okay. See it fully tiled.
It's big.
Yeah, that's a good size bathroom,
Yeah,
isn't
it's a
it?
great size.
Bath and shower.
Yeah.
Nice full-size mirror as well, I like that.
Yeah, it's great, but they've not, you know, walking around here now, I can see they've not used any natural stones. They've not used any marbles. There are no chandeliers or pendant lights anywhere. You know, the tiles are fairly, I mean, they're lovely, but they're not expensive.
But it's enough. Wall hung vanity, little niches, so they've still got enough good features.
Yeah. But it's adequate, right? Yeah, it's adequate. They knew how to this developer is incredibly experienced and they know how to maximise their return by being very, very careful and well considered when it comes to these finishes. Right?
Yeah, it's a big diffuser.
There's a big diffuser. So I'm absolutely blown away by what they've done. And for me, this is super, super exciting to come back to a development that I designed by hand on paper, got the option on, and then traded on, and then to actually walk around it and actually be standing in it for the first time.
So how much did you make on something? So you've taken it from option, agreement, through planning, to then trading it on. What was the difference? How much did you make on the deal itself?
So the deal made around £500,000. Yeah, so that was with investors, and there was investors to return their money to, plus their percentage of the profit.
So we can literally show you guys exactly how to do this. Take you through the whole process using the black book that we've got, all of our contacts, all of the power team who we can use exactly to take you through the whole process themselves.
Yeah, we'll show you exactly how to do this in our 10-step process. It is exciting.
That's really cool.
It is great. It is great.
Thanks for joining us today on the Property Developer Masterclass.
If you want to make six-figure sums through land sourcing and property development, click the link below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Are we allowed hands in pockets now?
Yeah, it's getting cold now though. So. Exactly that. That is where the best place to spend the money is, because you'll get the best return on investment.
Right. We had a little
moment there, mate.
Yeah, that was really lovely. That was really, really lovely.